What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of PA Wild. Today I'm going to be cooking up some rattlesnake. This is the snake I harvested this season, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a pretty simple but very good rattlesnake recipe. Most of the time when people are cooking rattlesnake, they'll typically just take it, chunk it up into little pieces, and kind of fry it and come out like a popcorn shrimp. But we're going to do a bacon wrapped Cajun seasoning style in the crock pot here. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm gonna get this rattlesnake that I cleaned the other day out of its package here. Kind of get it stretched out a little bit because we're gonna do the bacon wrap and the seasoning on this guy. It was a pretty good sized rattlesnake. This one was 48 inches that I caught this year. It's got some beautiful white meat on it. I think it's gonna taste pretty good. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is I'm going to take the Cajun seasoning. I just picked this up, so I got to pull the tab off of it yet. But I'm going to take this and get a nice rub all over this rattlesnake on the outside and the inside here. I'm going to take that seasoning, make sure that gets rubbed in real nice. I like to try and coat the entire snake with this seasoning. Okay, and I'll flip it over and get some of that seasoning mixed into the inside of the snake as well. We're going to give this a pretty liberal amount of seasoning because when we cook this in chicken stock in the crock pot, it's going to kind of take a little bit of that seasoning off just being in the liquid. So I want to make sure it's seasoned really well before going into the crock pot. Okay, and that should do it for seasoning the snake itself. And now I'm going to get some of this bacon out here, grab some toothpicks, start wrapping this snake. Alright guys, now that I got the bacon out, I got some toothpicks out here, I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this bacon around the snake, starting at one end and placing a toothpick through each bacon end until we get to the other end of it here. I'm going to try and get this so that the entire surface area of the snake is covered. I initially only grabbed one pack of bacon, but I'm kind of glad I went and grabbed another one because I don't think one pack of bacon is going to do the trick. Remember guys to make sure you get all your toothpicks out, which we're going to try and pull this meat off the bone actually when it's done in the crock pot. And if it turns out the same as the last snake I cooked in this fashion, we should be in the clear. A couple of years back, a friend of mine and I went down to the Strip District in Pittsburgh to a meat market and picked up some, I believe it was anaconda actually, and it turned out pretty good. We're always trying different foods, new things. Okay, so we're getting there. We might not even need that whole second package of bacon, but we'll see what happens. It does look like I'm going to have to go ahead and open that second package, but we should only need a piece or two out of that to get this finished off. Oh yeah, one more piece ought to do it for us. Then we'll fold this guy up and get him in the crock pot. Now I got the crock pot out. I'm gonna get that fired up onto high. This should take around 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours to cook down. I'll be checking on it periodically. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw some chicken stock into it here. And the reason I'm putting the chicken stock in the crock pot first is so that when I pour the chicken stock in, that's not already in there, and wash off all the seasonings. So I'm going to put this in first, but I just remembered I need to grease this down yet before I put anything in there so it doesn't stick. I'm going to go ahead and grease this down. Okay. Now that we got that grease down, I'm going to go ahead and toss in the chicken broth. I'm not going to put a ton of broth in this, but probably just maybe like 3/4 of an inch or so. So we got the broth in the crock pot right now, and I'm going to go ahead and start putting the snake into the crock pot, trying to get this guy to fit down in there. And hopefully, when we go to get him out, it is full off the bone tender. Now we got the crock pot heating up. All that's left to do is throw the lid on and wait 4 hours. We'll see you then. Alright guys, we're back. It's been about 2.5 hours since we started this, and I'm just going to give it a quick check and see how things are coming along. It smells pretty good. It looks like we're getting there. I'm guessing it's probably going to be another 2 to 2.5 hours. 2 or 2.5 hours probably until this is ready to eat, but I'm liking the progress so far. I think what I'm gonna do is when this is done in here and this cooks a little bit longer, I'm gonna take it out, throw it on the grill, and crisp that bacon up just a little bit. So yeah, I'll check back in with you guys in a couple hours and we'll see how we're doing. Alright guys, well it's been about 4 hours since we put the snake in the crock pot here, and I'm going to take it out right now, and we're going to take it outside, throw it on the grill, and get the bacon a little crispy on that right before we eat it. I'll try and get it out of here in one piece, hopefully. Looks good so far. Head outside. So I'm going to give this grill a quick spray here so the bacon doesn't stick and peel off of this. We're going to get this on there and char it up a little bit. In a minute we'll flip that and be ready to eat then. Alright guys, had it on the grill for a minute. I think we're done. We pretty much just wanted the bacon to crisp up a little bit here. So I'm going to try and get this off in one piece. Bring any of the bacon with it that we can. It's going to be a bit of a pain, but very well. Pick it up with these tongs. And we'll bring it inside. We're going to pull this apart, see how it tastes. So I'm going to go ahead and just use 2 forks and start pulling some of this apart, try and separate the meat from the bones. When it was in the crock pot, it looks like it's separated pretty well. You can kind of see how the bones are already just peeling out of it here. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this apart. We're going to get the first taste, see how it is. Get a little piece here. Give that a 10 out of 10. Pull a piece off there, try it out. It's good. Yeah. We'll be doing that recipe again. Thanks for watching, guys. Tune into the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, we'll see ya.